So you've been practicing for several years now, Doc. Over the years, have you seen a change in the kind of neurological disorders that come to you? And how is it different with the treatment as well?
So, one of the things that definitely has improved is, I think, the number of children with serious developmental disability due to poor antenatal or perinatal care has fallen, at least in our observation. And I think it's true that antenatal and perinatal care has greatly improved. And Tamil Nadu, especially, it's improved in the primary healthcare system itself considerably. What we do see emphasis on learning disabilities. So more parents reach out to us for concerns about learning disability early rather than late now. And I think that's an emphasis. Smaller families, parents are more focused on these things. There's greater awareness. Autism is the other. I think there's been a lot of public awareness about autism more recently. And again, therefore, that leads in the last few years, that has led to more people seeking clarification or being concerned, or even just saying, I think there's something wrong, can we look into it? ADHD, as we were talking earlier in one of the conversations, is very hot topic in that sense. And I think hyperactivity in children especially is also amplified by smaller homes, smaller families, dump the kid in front of the TV with few distractions and so on. And that is really shows up when people then come to seek, or schools today, and that's the huge big change. Many schools have counselors, certainly in Chennai, and very often the school is asking for clarification about the child's health. So in that way, I think early recognition of some of these disorders has really become quite significant, quite common.
How much of these disorders are connected to the intelligences that we spoke about? My question is it possible that a child who's quite kinesthetic and who maybe just wants to run around a classroom, doesn't mean to be disruptive, but maybe just has that kinesthetic energy and maybe does really well on the sports field?
Absolutely, which is why one has to be very cautious in making diagnosis. That's one. So there are two ways. You're absolutely right. There are examples where the child really doesn't have a disorder. He has a certain type of interest and intelligence that he or she is not able to express adequately in the school setting, and that's becoming the problem. That's one. The other, of course, is that recognizing that can often be the balm to help a child, normalize a lot of activity and function better. So there is that as well, that we are able to use that understanding of intelligences to try and help a child improve his or her academic performance or communication or learning ability, for that example. For example, a child who is big into rhythm, converting everything into sing-song helps the child remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So in a way, there are things that you can do when you work with the child to make it easier for the child if you leverage on the child's natural inclinations.
Right.